Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Christmas Eve, and I've been doing quite a bit of thinking now that my children are a little bit older. So last year when they turned 5 and 6, I sort of wanted to pull back from the whole Christmas, not celebrate, not the recognition of it because we live in Britain, but the whole ritual of the celebrations and the songs and the decorations. So that's what we did last year, and we travelled. Actually, we went to Nigeria, which was nice. But you still have Christmas there, which is fine. But it was an African Christmas, so there was more emphasis on family and visiting, eating traditional Nigerian foods. So it was really nice to have another perspective of Christmas in another country, in an African continent, basically, which a lot of people think that Christmas is just celebrated in Europe. And the whole Santa Claus, white Santa Claus, coming from Lapland, and then you've got the other myths, baby Jesus, he's white. Not that he comes from, Bethlehem, which is bang in the Middle East, where there's lots of brown people. So yeah, so we just sort of wanted to, we respect that we live in a country and we live amongst people who believe in Christmas and who celebrate Christmas. But for our own children, we sort of want to show different perspectives and ideas of how the story of Christmas came together and what these things represent, and how they can also be some untruths and contradictions. This year we're spending it here in the UK. It's the best place to be. It's home. Britain is our home, and in so many ways, globally, you can say that as a migrant or daughter of a migrant and as of a person of colour, as a Muslim, I don't fit in here, but that's not true. This is where we belong. This is home. And it's because we're the diaspora, and you can make your home anywhere, you can adapt, but also it doesn't mean you have to give up your beliefs. But that also means you shouldn't impose your beliefs on people either. So, Christmas is...
Mama? I'm going to touch on another thing.
So, yeah, even though we're Muslim, I'm not a revert, but I celebrated Christmas when I was little. My parents had decorations up, a Christmas tree, we got Christmas presents. I suppose it's because we were the only Muslims in our area, and it was a very working class, quite a deprived, poor area in Glasgow. So our neighbours, would bring us presents, and they would have the Christmas songs on, and that's the thing about culture. It's also about life and the lived experiences. So you go into a supermarket, or you go into downtown, you would see the lights. So yeah, we were the only brown children around, and even though they talk about, there was a lot of racism and a lot of hateful speech. The people were kind, the ones who embraced us like we were their own, like we were their grandchildren. But as the years went by, I suppose I didn't really. I knew a lot about Islam, but I didn't know a lot about Islam. More cultural in some ways. Like I go and visit family in Egypt every, when I got older. But when I was younger, we'd know about Ramadan and Eid, and it was lovely, but it was very sporadic because we didn't really do it in Glasgow because we didn't have much family. We had no family, actually. So they talk a lot about the revert, but I think that Muslims can become, born Muslims can become reverts too. Because Islam is a journey and it's about finding out for yourself. Now, with my own children, I'm married to a revert, and I show them that they have to respect Christmas as well, and Easter, and the occasions that their grandparents are very much part of, and their aunts and their uncles, and their cousins. So now I see Christmas as a holiday time in our country, in Britain. I see it as a time for family, time when people put up decorations and lights, a time when it's dark, it gets dark early, and the lights represent positivity and light to light up the dark. And that's what I tell them, that we live here and we respect that. To them, their religion, to ours, our religion, and we do not follow theirs, and they do not have to follow ours. That means so much. Going to today. Tomorrow, we'll see Nanny. We'll wish her happy Christmas.